So I know that these crimes against me are hard to believe, right? But they're so very, very sick that it's just really sick. Like they're hard to get people to believe that it's actually possible of being done. And that's literally how sick that the crime is that I'm coming forward with. And not to mention the argument of just trying to articulate through the heaviest crimes against me and this hardened reality of me that these people are trying to hold very tightly to their heavy creating of it. But the fact of the matter is that people can see that it takes multiple people in heist movies. It's literally the same thing. So I don't think it's very far-fetched from what I'm actually exposing here for how this crime has been in my life. And I don't think it's far-fetched inside of realities where people can literally utilize their minds to think that things like this are possible. I mean, just look at the fraud that America is discovering, and especially Minnesota, Michigan, Illinois, New York. They're heavy, heavy crimes. Where, like, literally, it's gotten people to be super duper sick and tired of there being literally these huge, huge fraudsters that are not only working as judges and corrupt lawyers and corrupt police, but people are smart enough these days to see through it because look at the spiritual awakening that we're all experiencing. You feel? I hope that you dig because it's literally heavy crimes that are against us that are literally being hardened in our reality so they can hold this very tight knit resolve of their own over our own ability to create resolution for our own lives. So, this message will get very hardcore about these heavy crimes. I mean, I literally just wrote and I was like one of the fastest typers ever. Like it was always hard, growing up dealing with the sedation and trying to like work through things that you couldn't see happening to like why you weren't able to collect your thoughts, put your put your thoughts literally on paper, have your thoughts connecting to your availability of being able to just speak them. But if anyone has the suggestibility of denying the fact that I have the right after 40 plus years of this crime happening to me of being poisoned with arsenic abuse and you don't want to believe it, you can just go away. Scroll away. I don't have to reach for your validation, and I'm just here to articulate it in the case that I end up dead without even a 0.00001% of my actual life outside of the crimes that these people have been taking. So, not to mention the argument itself that these people are literally trying to create in order to take the heavy, victimized person that I was and am and making the hyperbole itself as though I'm a felon. Fuck these police. Fuck the system. Fuck all of them. Literally, fuck them. Because they're all just a bunch of bitches. In God's eyes, good luck. That's how I feel about it. I'm not taking God's judgment away, and I'm not taking their ability to get on their knees and pray and repent of their sins. But they're talking about my lifetime of these crimes. I'm gonna stick to my guns about my findings. When it's been an outstanding crime against me aiming at taking my whole entire life, my whole entire lifespan of a thorough crime, literally not allowing me to me from when I was born to the day I die. And that would sell in a how these satanic people are suggesting to work within Hollywood. That's all I'm going to say about that. Literally, I feel like my story is being used all over the internet already, not just by these imitators, but by people literally hijacking my story to then perform channeled messages and shit like that. So I'll get going heavier on this topic in a couple minutes after I squeeze the hell out of my filter, my cigarette. I don't even think I would be a smoker if these things didn't happen to me, by the way. I don't think I would be addicted to cigarettes. It's just been really hard. And the fact of the matter is that nicotine, the things that people are addicted to, more so than the tobacco, is the chemicals inside that they put inside these things. But if you were to take a tobacco plant and you were to make a heavy tea and drink it, it would cure all disease. It's the bitterness. It flushes out all of the parasites that they're trying to create with their food production, you know, produced foods that aren't really food anymore. But I've read into studies about these things where you literally just need 7 days without it, and your body actually gets rid of all of the toxins that it, it creates, but you get rid of all that phlegm and you get rid of all the bullshit inside your body, and you can actually start thinking clearly. And like my goal was to rollerblade, but and do heavy rollerblading, not like down the street. No, I was gonna do some heavy exercising, but they poisoned me up right after knowing that. Go figure. It's around every corner of my life I was being poisoned anyway. Every fucking job I've had, I was poisoned. Every job, even cash paid job, homeless. Jesse gets in the way of, and he came literally to poison me and leave me there as well to die. Real talk, real talk. But shortly after that poisoning, arsenic abuse, I didn't have even a little bit of my own reasoning left to even remember that happening. And that's how wild that arsenic abuse is, because that's why they legitimately call it the king of kings of all poisonings. But to then not get any help from my government to be able to suggest to my availability of saying that they were like literally bringing me coffee, like, here you go. Oh, thank you. Thank you, trusted buddy. And it's tasteless and odorless. This coffee smells good. Thanks so much. I needed a warm up. You see what I'm saying? How easy it is for someone to do that to another person? It's just sick. Like, sick as fuck. Gee. So anyway, I'm gonna start getting loud now that I'm done with my cigarette. Where was I at here? Dealing with my dead ass self in a heavily poisoned up body and mind. Yeah, my whole life, from birth to the grave. It's what they wanted. Where it's not easy even in the discovery of these patterns, but I did. And I had discovered all the patterns. I had all of my memories come back to me. Where it wasn't even like I had memories before come back to me, and I was legitimately still trying to trust the people that I loved. And then it would be a heavier poisoning. So I would again forget that I had any information at all. And that happened on repeat. So that when I finally decided I'm calling back every last little piece of my time, autonomy, energy, and mind in Jesus Christ's holy and precious name, I started finally having all of my memories come back to me. And then I was tied to the ground on the side of 7, puking, crying harder than I've ever thought possible. And that is the monstrosity that our own government wants to cover up for these clowns. So they too can go to clown school. And one size fits all. You might as well wear clown shoes, because the way you're dressing up and driving around in government cars and taking blood money to your children to feed, enjoy your punk ass life. Fuck you. Fuck you for what's been done to me and you do nothing. Fuck you. So I'm not okay with it. And then these criminal cops want to turn things and misconstrue that hyperbole of you coming out of a long-standing poisoning to turn that poisoning itself into my being a felon. Like, what the fuck? Are you all on crack? Because you sure aren't holding up your oaths of office. You don't stand on any fucking laws. I have more to say there, but it's all decorative and negative energy. My pattern recognition now is on the highest point that it's ever been, because I've had to figure out all of this shit on my own in life. Meanwhile, having since, 20 years old, reporting these things to the police, and they don't do nothing. Or reporting the gang stalking and the whole targeted individual type shit, where I literally just couldn't see where these things were coming from. And then that clown that Jesse Lee is wants to come back into my life. And as soon as he does, my life goes to shit. I was just starting to get my life back on track, just working a little Wendy's job. But I was at least working my ass off. And then I had 2 jobs. And then I had 3. And I had to let go of 1. And then by the time I was working for a group home, and I got a guy that was literally pissing blood, me and another lady that worked there got his medication, one of his medications, down to just 1 instead of taking 3 or whatever. Like, they're killing him. I would be surprised if he was still alive. Because though we got it down, his Jarvis order moved it right back up. And I'm not going to suggest after that what happened in that house, because it's private to the company and it's private to the reality of what the job entails. But I'll just tell you this. What people did, human people, did working their jobs over that Jarvis, they chose to do the right thing. Because the system was killing that man. So, now that these people want to deny me any of my right to expose their fraud, expose their rings, expose their criminal intent and their lies behind these enforcers that are coercively creating this control and violence. And it's just corrosive as hell against the oppositions in being enforced by the duties of their job in order to twist all of that crime up on the target, me. As though they have any legal authority to shake up that kind of claim, that a person can't somehow figure out the crimes against them in this kind of fashion, where it's been hard for me at 3 years old, just the same way it was at 14, 24, or 34, or any other fucking age, in order to figure out me at all. Me, the real me. But how is a person supposed to see that when you don't miss anything that you can't think of that you're missing because your brains literally can't reason because they're being suffocated down to the cellular level. But that's literally how they want to play and overtake your whole entire life. To leave me for dead. Oh, okay, bitch. Okay, bitch. Bitch made man coward. Bitch made coward. That's what you are, cuckolding police. You're cuckolding rape. You're cuckolding literally physical crimes with physical witnesses that literally have physical attributes to this crime. And now it's 2026. So you guys want to pretend as if I haven't had the right to even figure this shit out after this long of crime against me, targeting me to death, to die, so that they could take the rest of my identity and steal off of all of my energy, my time, my workmanship, my worth, everything that I put into this home, everything that I put into my life, to just hope that I was going to be able to get away from a covert warfare where I was being targeted. So I don't care about any fucking one of you slutbag police officers that don't want to do your job because you are nothing but a fucking skin suit. And you guys should literally be in misery for performing acting. You go to acting school to do your job? Is that what it is? I think the return of investment, if you were just to go and be an actual clown, would be more worthwhile and you'd actually get to feel good about yourself. Making kids laugh. Or making schools laugh. Or making a whole auditorium laugh. Instead, you make people cry. And as far as your job and how you're upholding this supposed law of the land, you all make me sick. To even think that this is how you want to play out when it comes to the sanctity of my own life. So I don't care about any one of you. None of you. How these people wanted to play me out of my own life to be lived, where you wanted to allow for this infiltration in my life, allow for these crimes to continue inside of my life and out, to simply go unnoticed, where they aren't even allowed to the metaphysical reality, let alone the reality of my online personification or my online identity, my government identity, my integral identity. Because they have so much control over my identity to literally steal me away from me in a way that is to perform a complete destiny swap over my life, murdering of me completely. Not just in the time of murdering me, in the time of taking my life, but from birth, being murdered in my mind, to taking me down to every last little scope of placement that these people could create that sedation and target me the ways that they did. And y'all had every single last powerful place and position. So I think that in order to work for the CIA, even, you need to be a complete fucking loser. Complete loser. Like, you need to be hell made. Literally. Prepare for fucking the lake of fire for an eternity. 'Cause fuck you. Fuck you. As far as I'm concerned, that was my own best friend, one of my best friends. His father, working in some central intelligence agency that was suggesting to his own son, because of money, to be able to not be my friend, because you're not going to want to see what happens to him. Oh, how the fuck would you know what is going to happen to me? The way that it was said was completely worded and twisted in a way that got me to believe that dumb cunt of a father. How could you even? How could you even, Mr. Wozniak? How could you even? Go ahead and pretend you're not a piece of shit too. Along with all these others that wanted to steal away my life killing me down every last little scope of me, every last piece of my existence from me, just to take me out from a young age, coming out from a brother and from my brothers and the people that were supposed to be my day ones, getting to move and decide to be the most ugliest degeneracy that I didn't ever want to think was possible, but it's true. I'm speaking the truth. I'm not coming out here in any kind of speculation, so I don't need your validation. If you don't believe me, scroll on. Especially when it comes from these trolls that are literally unable to come out and use their own faces, names, and images, but they want to imitate my accounts and then troll me. Imitate my face, name, and image and troll me. You're a waste of bandwidth. You're a waste of your skin suit. You're a waste of your own minds. And you want to play and even gaslight me. I know someone very well gaslighting me with spirituality, gospels, and scripture, suggesting to me at many times and many places inside of my life that nobody likes a victim. Do you think I give a fuck? You victimized me, you motherfucker. You're supposed to be my day ones and you decided to move in this ugliest degeneracy. So I'm out here speaking the truth and these people just aren't allowed to see that truth anymore, to allow or to feel like they are allowed to hide me away from that heavy of crime, because you all are super fucking evil, like super duper fucking evil, that I literally believe you have demonic entities that are in control of your own minds and bodies, and you just don't care anything about what it has to deal with being a right person anymore, or being on the right side of history with what's been done here. It's just so super duper evil, you guys, that it's way beyond Stockholm here. When Stockholm literally has nothing on me, as opposed to these crimes against me. And if he did, good Lord, I feel bad for him. Because I know that that story was true. Based on a true story, it wasn't just a horror movie. But I can see how these cliques would want their Hollywood to literally steal up my whole entire life away from me, energy harvesting from birth to grave, to suggest creating a movie of my life so that then they can get people to listen to them. Sure, it'll be in the movie theaters, and I'll be dead. Fuck you. Fuck you. That's why I don't flip on the television. That's why I don't care about tell lies to my vision for your programming. Bullshit. It's an assault on human life, if you ask me. And all of these degeneracies out here are created by the fallacies that are literally buying into the shit. Fallacies. Fucking what kind of word can you even use for this kind of degeneracy out here? You all are acting in a way that is just so much further than the disingenuous. Because where they were aiming to control every last little piece of my outreach, to even hope for some outsourcing of some kind to go on in order to help me out, speak for me. Speak out for me. Campaign for me. You don't even have to run it by me. Just create a GoFundMe. See if you can't do anything. Is your network being hacked left and fucking right? If not, please. Are you an influencer? Are you a supporter? Do you care? Do you have a heart? Please, I'm asking you. Please. Put together something for me. So my speaking out now about it has to get them, instead of calling me to talk about it, they have to go one step further, or calling me out for my ability to talk about it. They have to go one step further in order to hope to protect themselves from God's wrath that they can't see going on right here on earth, hopefully, because I still want to have a life outside of this abuse. that's been done my entire life to strip me of life altogether, all to protect the rape of my father. And I would hope people out here would care somewhere that they could be counted on in order to help me break through that algorithm, or the people like these CIA grade controls over my life and my outreach for support has been stopping me, hacking me, and hijacking my life in a way that, in order for me to actually reach through and actually get through the algorithm that's created out here, that my truth is being harnessed away from anybody's actual hands that could care. That's what I consider the biggest part of the crime, because it's literally hacking me, and hacking me. And this last time I wanted to give up. No, the last two times I wanted to give up. But I didn't. Because I really wanted to reach somebody's hands that cared, that can consider me a living, breathing person that's literally in a monstrosity of a crime, of how badly these people would want to scrub me from the entire world because of their own fucking clown shoes. To be able to take up that kind of disingenuous, degenerate fucking action against anybody. So I don't care if it's these police wanting to fucking hide up the crimes for these fucking punk ass bitches, that they're literally creating it to where it's obstructing me from even getting to the courts, that they've literally created a criminal out of me coming out of that kind of hyperbole that was created by the sedation. So fuck you too. Fuck you. So instead of thinking of it being so hard pressed in this way, and I'm tired of being angry, but I believe anyone else would be. But why not think of it as a way that we could actually talk about it, build something better out here, to know that I'm passionate about this, and to take ourselves away from the care about caring in a way that could help build something out here. I'm surprised it hasn't been done by law enforcement already. But the fact of the matter is that 800,000 children going missing every single year from the United States of America, being trafficked, sex trafficked, because it's a top commodity, obviously, with all of these bona fide fucking brain dead motherfuckers. That legitimately, if the police were doing their job, there's no 800,000 children that would be going missing every year. So it suggests to me that the police aren't even trying to do their jobs. So get the fuck out of the office, you dumb fuck. Get the fuck out. You have no right to fucking continue running a fucking job that you have no capability within your own hearts and minds to perform. You want to be that heartless, that godless, that soulless. Get the fuck out of taxpayers' jobs that they're giving you to do a job. Creating funding for police. But not so you guys can work like this. And like obviously you have to make yourselves look good here and there, which you do. But the fucking fact of the matter is you're letting some heaviest crimes go to these levels. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Create a fund for me online. Do something right for a change. Show that you fucking care. Otherwise, you're not helping breaking the cycle of abuse. You're aiding and abetting it. So when this abuse has not only been just going on inside of my life in just a wee bit of time, no, I'm talking about 40 plus years of crime that's literally been up my whole entire life up to this point of this non-stop fight that I've had for my life in ways that people can't even seem to reason with as possible, through how badly I've been poisoned and positioned perfectly for these crimes of identity theft. Literally having proxy, future faking people gaining my trust and only needing my love to be going to them, never wanting me to ever depend on anybody else but them, just for their socio malignant, covert, narcissist asses to take over my whole entire life in a total takeover of my life. So that I was never ever supposed to be able to get out here and speak about things or articulate or even have reason inside of my mind to be able to write the correct words in the correct order about the crimes and the monstrosity and then the magnitude of what was happening to me at every level of this crime against me. You see, I thought people, or you see, I think people think this, that if they performed this way or that way with my life, that they were just going to get me to drop myself off down, throw myself off of a cliff or kill myself. And it very well felt that way numerous times of my life, where it could have thrown me into that tailspin. But I suggested and thought to myself that somebody somewhere was going to be very happy about this if they got you into that state. So I thought, oh hell no, I'm not going to allow it. I'm going to actually choose to fight that much harder through what I'm going through, because I'm not going to allow this deception in my life to cause me depression or anxiety or any other type of mental unwellness without keeping myself in check based on the people that want to place me inside of this character that I couldn't see at the time of being poisoned, which I was. Also, that they can paint my character as someone that wasn't fighting for his own mind, his own body, just to be able to breathe down to the cellular level to even utilize my own mind and to reason through the things that were happening to me nonstop all the way up until that point where I was like, what, 28, 27 maybe? And then literally, it's the same playbook happening right now inside of my life. They're literally trying to utilize the same playbook as if I'm just a poisoned up victim still that can't see through these fucking crimes. Like literally, I look at these police officers then as complete dumb shit. Judges, lawyers, all of you. If you don't want to fucking literally think that I don't have the right to come out here to suggest to the monstrosity of crime that's been happening to me this entire fucking time inside of my life, and you want to side with the cuckolding fucking occultists or whatever that are creating this kind of mess inside of my life, you guys are not gonna last to enough to like make it into the book of life. And if you don't care about that, then I literally feel sorry for you. You could trigger me off at any place at any fucking time, and I will still feel sorry for you. Do you understand me? It's because your clown shoes are like a one size fits all type of special kind of idiot. And I don't care about what return of investment you get on with all of the evil that's out here. You're a dumb shit. You are literally a dumb fuck. So you want me to just remain quiet about it when I'm like literally being placed inside of a body that couldn't breathe down to the cellular level over and over throughout my life, to have literally by the age of like 18 all of the fucking ailments that would suggest to a very heavy coercive control with arsenic abuse, every last one of them. Not to mention even further from there throughout my life, continuing heart palpitations, not being able to breathe, having to pull over to the side of the road after like Emily would poison me. Fuck all of you people, man. Fuck all you people with everything that you ever did to me. And it's not me feeling sorry for myself necessarily, but I really do feel sorry for all of you. Because I'm sitting here trying to be genuine and sincere inside of my relationships with you all. And this is how you could play me. And not even be able to look at yourselves in the mirror as though you're a fucking dumb fuck. Well, I'll tell you right now, you're a fucking dumb fuck. You just wanted me to go quietly into the night and just allow these murderers to murder me and take my life and steal the rest of me that already had gotten this far out of this poisoning. And so I thought, hell motherfucking no, G. I'm not gonna allow these people to get away with it. It's the same thing that Jesse Lee came to me about, or when I was calling him out finally because I had literally had enough of it. And I was calling him out for it, and he says, "Oh, we're gonna get to believe you." I don't care, G. You done just tried to murder me. I said it right there inside of his own fucking, in his own grass at his house, 2 blocks away from where I'm living today. Guy down at the end of the block with that fucking white van that never goes anywhere because he's a fucking dumb cuck. I don't give a fuck how it sounds. I have no heart for that man. My dad, and even my blood related brothers that could even think of taking this type of database to network me in and out of this crime that's been trying to take me down full scopes of my life without my ability to speak on my piece. As if it's not scary as hell. But yeah, getting angry about it as I have, do you not think that I have the right to be angry about these physical crimes where it's been down full scopes of my whole entire life, where the literal government is trying to put a spin on it in order to make me out to be the one in the wrong? For how many crimes is it? How many felonies would it actually be? Because I think that it would entail for people, at least some people in control of this crime over me, to literally be sitting in life sentences back to back to back to back at the very least for what they've done to me. But you're literally trying to spin it as if, oh, it's my fault, as if I'm the felon, when you all know the fuck well that these people are. I'm not the one in the wrong just to be able to fight so hard through that mind's refrain of being sedated to see these things coming at me, like you're going to suggest to me that a guy or a little boy, a little baby boy at 3 years old, knows what's happening to them at that young of age when they don't even have a vocabulary at all, hardly able to say mama. You want to go fuck yourself now or later? Fucking pieces of gutter trash that can't even fucking understand these things, that could overtake my whole life to these levels, that these people know the fuck well what they did. And then act like I'm just supposed to stay quiet about it. They've hacked my availability of speaking out when I couldn't speak at all. They hacked my ability to speak out when I was a toddler. They hacked my ability to even ask them about their contents of character when my friend, my first friend, or second friend, I should say, told me that he thinks something happened to him and now his family is moving and they're planning on changing their name and all sorts of crazy, thinking that this crime was going to follow them. I don't blame them, not one little bit. He was poisoned the fuck up. And I think that his response to what happened to him was accurate. He says, I think either Phil DeSaliers or your brother did something to me. But I really think it was your brother. So I'm going to have to cut ties with you. It's not you. I just, my family's going to move away and we want nothing to do with this area or anyone here. So I'm literally cutting ties with everybody. Wow. And then on top of it, me confronting them on that, along with other areas of my life growing up, to say, what was that you guys did to me? I know you guys did something to me to be poisoned up. Next, I'm saying. Then to literally calling out my brother, like, why would you do that to me? Why would you put that, whatever you did inside of that drink? Why would you do that to me? Why? Why, Kenny? Why? Why? I can't fucking breathe. Fucking moments later, just not even having the mind to even state what was happening to me. Well, fuck you, dude. And then these people want to say that throughout my whole entire life I was never going to find out and they were just going to lead me to death. They almost did lead me to death. Not to mention arsenic abuse mimics every one of the ailments that is in my medical records. So next, you literally have every one of my medical records hacked and I got paperwork to prove it. And these clowns of police still don't want to do anything right? Fuck you. They've literally hacked up my whole entire life. They've stolen all of my personal data, all of my private data, and all of my availability to win my own life back on all accounts that they literally took all of that money that I could have made for myself to just be able to continue to work on me in the ways that they did to try and get me to quit, hacking me left and right, where they almost did get me to quit, to silence myself before continuing. And I'm not okay with the crimes against me here, no matter who wants to steal my life away from me, but to learn where it's come from and where these people had ought to be damn ashamed of themselves. But the fact of the matter is to learn where it came from is exactly what led me into an emotional and very physical place of puking and crying harder than I've never seen a fucking river come out of a person. But it came out of me. I thought I was gonna die right there on the side of Highway 7. In so much emotional turmoil that you can't even fucking imagine it. But good for you guys. Good for you. Good for you cops doing such a good job. You know? Pat yourself on the back for such a job well done, sir. Getting to twist this all upon the victim like you fucking do. But yeah, who could have had chosen to be born into a family where their blood brothers had so much hatred for me, to take out no fucking moral value with me whatsoever, always hurting me, leaving me alone, isolated, when I needed to try and figure out a way to work a plan to steal back my own identity, integral identity even, just to get away from these cucks that could literally work to steal my whole entire livelihood away from me to the levels that they already have. What am I supposed to do? If people come up against me now and reverse reverse the order of the victim and offender using these Darvo tactics, deny, attack, reverse victim and offender, of course I'm probably calling you out on your own double-minded, stupid ass fucking lower than whale shit consciences that you've been having out here to literally take your own bullshit into this country this way. And maybe it's about time that I completely offend all of you dumbass cowards out here. Because if you ask me, it's just about as cowardice as I can think of it being when you're not only offending human life to traffic my person in this way, but it's literally just as cowardice, if you ask me, as the same motherfuckers, the same Pharisees that could have hung the only living man inside of our whole entire world that could have lived a perfect life, Jesus Christ. And if you don't believe that way, that he was a deity, do you still believe in 2026 that you motherfuckers had the right to whip him? To fucking do what you did to him? To have Judas turn on him that way? To put him up on a cross as a fucking human being, too? You don't have to believe that he's the son of God to believe that he was a human being that didn't deserve that fucking shit, you fucking moron. And if you should be notified in how wrongful thinking that you are to get away with this action, who knows, maybe you are all are literally that dumb fuck of a level special kind of stupid to think that you're just going to throw away God and that the devil is somehow going to protect you from an eternal lake of fire and he's going to give you the keys to some mansion. No, you get your mansion here. Go, act like you're getting away with anything. I don't care how it sounds. And I don't know how all of you think. And I don't know if you're going to get on your knees and repent of your sins. And personally, that's up to you. And it's not for me to care about. Forgiveness does not require me to live by you and live by your fucking rules of cuckolding motherfuckers that are allowing people to get away with rape, raping their daughter, sex trafficking crimes, and these trafficking crimes of keeping a person sedated and within proxy wars, proxy relationships created to future fake in order to continue a poisoning up of me to this level. I don't care about any of you fucking clowns. Go wear your one size fits all dumb fuck, dumb show, dumb clowns, fucking ass. Retire. I don't care. Go fuck yourselves. What I do care about is that there's been an awful lot of time passed where people should at least be moral culpable enough to agree to disagree. And that my asking for a new social security number and a name to go live anywhere else in any kind of fucking way, that I would have to live with a new name and a new image that I could go on with inside of my own life. Me, not a poisoned up victim, where you can all use that technology in a way that's literally destroying and deserting lives out here like mine. And as if you're doing the right thing inside of life at all. Are you literally that dumb? Are you literally that dumb? You want to destroy and desert human life from being able to maybe get to live a little fucking fraction of a 0.0001% and then go ahead and consider your bullshit as if you're being human inside of your dumb little skin suits that you guys can take out here to be this horrible of a people and feel as if I don't have the right to tell my story and my personal experience. And I believe I still have the right to my opinion in this country, regardless if you guys want to be that much of a cowardice ass little, you know, skull and bones, Silicon Valley trash heap of fucking people that don't think that people can do anything better than Facebook. Blocking people, even. Because you're just gaining knowledge through the technology and you're stealing everything away from the American people. How about you go fuck yourself? That's what I feel like you have the right to do from here on out. Because in this country, regardless if you kill me or not, I literally don't give that much of a shit anymore about it because I'm literally fighting with what I believe has been one of the worst crimes in the entire fucking history of its magnitude and its size and its length that has to do with the sedation, considering not only trafficking me, but keeping me sedated. So I don't care for anything else but hoping to God that my life is in the book of life, where I'm not sure that you guys even fucking care about, because you're soulless and all of your godless ideas are all insipidous ideas seemingly associated with very childish and repugnant order of how you want to play about law, as if you have the right to write up law that's completely devoid of love or having anything of honor when you can't even stand up on your own laws. Obviously, to date, with the heaviest corruption going on in this country and the heaviest corruption that's been going on with our Medicare system and the heaviest corruption that's allowing these dumb fucks to infiltrate into our fucking state, all for your dumbass votes and your fucked up need with your fucked up greed and every other fucked up thing that you are. Right? Right? Is that right? Am I right? Am I hitting it on the head? So if I need to hit it any harder on the head, I think that the accuracy it might create would maybe make your brains actually split. Because you're all too dumb fucked up to even understand much of anything that has to do with the spiritual side of this warfare. Where the targets are sick and tired of being placed inside of a mission where you guys are on a movement to overtake our servers, overtake our lives, hack up our lives, complete order so you guys can play in this fucking hijacked way as if you're just this tradesman of a murderous sport for fucking hire. Doesn't it seem daunting to you at all that you're all so fucking hate filled when people legitimately just wanted to live their own lives? And that's what you're seeing here. The anger that's coming out of me, I believe, is righteous anger. I believe I have every right to be so much more angrier than this based on the crimes and the levels of monstrosity, dumb fuck that these people have been creating to play with all of your Silicon Valley bullshit that has nothing in comparison to what other people's missions and other people would create. And you just can't even live peaceably side by side with people that know for themselves that they'd be able to create way better shit than what your shit is when it comes to this social media garbage that you're literally getting in the way of too, censoring people left and right and telling people what they can and can't think, superseding the original Constitution with your living Constitution and all of your dumb fuck ass games that you're playing with people's lives, and you fucking bare well know it. Take your blood bunny and go feed your children with it if that's what makes you feel so good about your dumb cuck ass selves. Because what you're creating out here is preventing people from getting out of the criminality that you all are creating, as if to create a criminal out of me out of thin air, just to suggest and make it up as if you're just making it up as you go, right? Creating all of the faults of this identity theft, robbery, sedation through poisoning, controlling my life, and whatever the fuck else you want to do over people's lives, huh? Just to go up and consider them not a victim of circumstances. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. You wouldn't even allow us to combat you peaceably at all in the first place. You wouldn't allow us to talk about it in a peaceable manner. You're offering us zero peaceful protests. You're offering people zero peaceable combat because it must strike a nerve to know how very inhumane that you are actually treating human life to be able to think of striking that nerve so damn low. And you guys are lower than fucking whale shit, and you know it. And for little old me, after all of that plenty and plenty of money that's been thrown around to take my life out, it's gotta be pretty embarrassing for these trolls who know who the fuck they are. These trolls that should be enough just in and of itself to have established probable cause for the police to go after and find these people out through their IP addresses. But oh, you guys are protecting the criminals. So I'm tired of your bullshit. You can take all of your fucking monies. You can take everything that you are, and anything that you think you are inside of your brain pad that you do for work, what you do for your family life, with what you do for your communities. Shove it clean up your ass. Because I'm coming out of all of this bullshit, and literally you guys are denying me my right to speak out about it, to lead me into a death by poisons, and you guys are allowing for these situations to be played in reverse, creating a fucking fictional fairy tale crime for your old bitch ass clown show, and then you're utilizing the same clown shoes of these police to utilize the identity theft that you all well know you created and helped create and aid and abet in order to obstruct me from even being able to get there, let alone not knowing if I'm going to even live at all. If you ask me, I think that's pretty fucking downright degenerate. How can you even call yourselves men? Like you're all so much fun. I doubt you can call yourselves human and look at yourselves in the fucking mirror. You guys are riddled with demons. Riddled. All acting in congruence in this legal order. Detesting people of actual true courage to step in the line of fire of your own writs of authority and literally calling you out for having no jurisdiction. And you know it. It must be why you need to create that fictional crime out of poisoned up victims, poisoned up parties, people that are being targeted, and like me, being placed within a heavy position place of poisoning for 40 plus years before figuring it all out. It should be pretty embarrassing to you all for actually how repugnant you truly are. Brothers, cops, these other people that are like supposed to be your friends and your day ones that literally don't have it within their own hearts to help you out even 10 minutes to create a campaign online. Fuck yourselves. Do you even consider yourself for how repugnant you are? That fucking human life, you're just a wasted skin bag. That's all you are. If you don't do anything to get on your knees and do anything right here, why don't you consider it an opportunity to finally turn from that fucking evil that you've been dressing yourself up all repugnant in? You guys should literally be embarrassed of yourselves. But I don't even think you even look at yourselves to question who you actually are and the authority that you're taking over people's lives to create these crimes. I think you're literally proud of it. So I don't care if you see or not see how repugnant of a human life you are, or if you are just that disingenuous that you just don't care, and you still want to feed your families with all of that blood money you're making. I don't care. Go feed them with that blood money. I hope that your children at least learn one day what the fuck you are. Because in this world right now, we're going through real fun times. And if you ask me, it's about as being as shitty as ever with this kind of legal authority that these kinds want to take up and claim up our lives as if they have the right to us. Like we're property. Fuck no, we're not property. You are complete idiots and fucktards right now. The whole lot of you. You have to go on living your lives knowing that you literally completely took your availability of being a good person, and instead of being that good person, you decided to completely be an idiot made of fucktards. All finally trying to literally get away from being able to perform these crimes onto these levels, where you people are making me out to be the criminal just to try and protect myself from all of you junky criminals and you junky criminal buddies, to then play up the same playbook right now inside of my life that you got away with many other times, trafficking me so you could make your fucktard money, your blood money, with the trusts that you take out to get people in placements within your fucktard courts that don't even allow us to speak and make record, mind you, which is against the fucking rule of law when we are supposed to be the people that y'all protect, but you all are protecting a whole fucking crime, a whole fucking syndicate of crime family. So I don't give a fuck how you want to try me without actually being able to have a real conversation with me about the fucking ways that you guys have murdered me in my spirit, in my work life, my love life, my home life, and every other place of my life in order to even fit these things together inside of a mind that couldn't reason through a heavy sedation of that poisoning, where you've been trafficking me my entire life, where you just want me to roll over and play as if I'm just supposed to roll over dead and be okay with it for your all dumb fuck ass with your clown shoes that you can go ahead and act like your goody two shoes. Go be police or don't. But if you're gonna work this way, I don't care what you call yourself. You're nothing but a clown. And just like I've said in prior work, you could take that badge that you show people that you have as if you have any kind of honor at all, and you don't. You can shove your badge clean up your fucking ass.